So it's the evening of August 29th, and I figured I'd give another update on BRICS because we've had a few days to digest the outcomes of the summit, and some other policies have come forward, specifically out of India. And it's very interesting because none of this is going the way that the big pro-BRICS crowd, the dollar doomer crowd, would think it would be going after such an announcement. I mean, how do you not grow after adding the powerhouse that is Ethiopia? So recently, India's position as business partners within BRICS and Western nations is giving them an unusual method to flex on other BRICS countries, to include China and Russia. And it is becoming increasingly clear to me, and this is a whole other video, that I think BRICS is now becoming a Ponzi scheme for China and India to exploit any country that comes into their worldview or sphere of influence. Saudi Arabia is a whole other situation because they're trying to diversify away from oil, but I'll talk about that in a moment. So part of the reason the Russian ruble is so low is that Russia is holding foreign currencies it can't use, and it can't convert rubles, so the demand for rubles is stagnating globally, which drives its currency downward. When you have no demand for a currency, your currency drops. So an example of this pertains to India. Russia has accumulated Indian rupees because India bought oil from Russia worth 60 billion, and Russia in desperation took rupees as payment so they could buy much needed goods from India. It was Russia's way of trying to kickstart this ruble-rupee deal between the two countries to eliminate the dollar, which is what Russia has been trying to do. Well, it turns out Russia only needed about $6 to $7 billion in goods from India. So Russia is now stuck with like $50 billion in rupees in the bank. So when India bought or paid for the oil, they paid in rupees, $50 billion in rupees. Well, closer to $60 billion in rupees was given to Russia. Well, Russia turned around and used those rupees to buy goods from India. Well, Russia realized we don't need $50 billion in goods, so they have to bank the other $50 billion in rupees, and it just sits there. However, due to the rupee only being partially convertible, Russia can't exchange those rupees for other foreign currencies freely. Other countries usually take their rupees or whatever other currency and dump them for euros and dollars, because most countries will take euros and dollars because the vast majority of trade runs through Europe and the United States. So that's kind of where the problem for Russia begins, because sanctions means that Russia cannot do that. As a result, to utilize those rupees, Russia would ideally have to purchase more goods and services from India.